So this video is going to be all about organic lead generation and how to implement a system for your business. Whether or not you have a B2B business or a B2C business, or you sell products or you sell services, this organic lead generation strategy will work for you. I'm going to go through this entire strategy. You can tweak things as necessary for your business, but this is going to walk you through top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel to get somebody from awareness to actually purchasing whatever it is that you offer. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into the actual funnel strategy. And as I said, you can implement this with any business and change things up to make it more specific for your business. If you do want a copy of this, I will drop the link down below in the first comment, but let's go ahead and move into this funnel strategy. So let's take a look at this organic lead generation funnel. And I actually have everything set up here in a sequential order and how we should probably approach things based upon the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So this organic lead generation will actually work for any business. It's not necessary to run ads for your business. Everyone needs a strong foundation, and having an organic lead generation plan is a strong foundation for any business. So I'm going to start with the top of funnel. So the top of funnel actually brings awareness to your business with something I call the 3 C's, and that's content, connection, and collaboration. So within the content sphere, that is where you have all of your social media, that's where you have your blog, that's where you are producing content to make yourself and your business known to other people. So I have YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Google My Business, and a blog here, but this can be different depending on your specific business. So maybe your business is not blue collar and it's more white collar. Yes, you're going to be on LinkedIn. Vice versa, maybe you're not going to have a profile on LinkedIn. Maybe that's not where your people are. Maybe your people are on TikTok versus Instagram. So you will need to change up the actual content pieces and where you're actually producing that content for your specific business. But I said here, for my business, this is basically what I'm doing here. You may or may not have a blog. I highly recommend blogging and YouTube simply because that's where you're going to get SEO traffic. So that's search engine optimization. Everything that's coming from Google is going to end up on your website. You can find your blog on Google. You can find your YouTube channel on Google. So it's just more exposure for your business. If we wanted to add in another search engine here, we can most definitely add in Pinterest, but that's optional. But Pinterest is not a social media channel. It also has that SEO. It's a visual search engine. So content. And what I have here, as you can see, I have stars here. These stars indicate where AI automations can actually be used to make this easier for you as a business owner. So within the content, we know that we are producing YouTube videos. Within those long form YouTube videos, you can create those videos and chop them up into shorts and therefore post those shorts on different platforms as well. So say for instance, you have one long form YouTube video, and this is why I love YouTube so much. If you have one long form YouTube video, you can do so much with that video, okay? So you can take that one video, you can chop it up into shorts, and you can redistribute those videos to all of your platforms here, right? You can also take that long form video and turn it into a blog. You can also share that long form video on different platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Pinterest. You get the idea here, right? So you can do so many things stemming from YouTube content versus you trying to make text-based content and spreading that around, okay? So if anything, I would suggest doing YouTube, breaking those videos down into shorts videos, also putting that video on your blog, writing a blog post for it, putting it in your email list, right, as a newsletter. I will get into that a little bit later, but you can also use that video for newsletter content. So there's just so many things that you can do stemming from YouTube. But if I were to do anything, I would do YouTube, and I would most definitely do LinkedIn if you have a B2B business. Like I said, this is going to be different for every business, but these are my two favorites here, okay? So that's the content section. Now we move on to connections, okay? And so basically, connections is what it is. So we are connecting with other people to have them find out about our business through our connection. So that can be through a cold DM on Instagram, on LinkedIn, cold emailing, and I also have this, see here, canvassing, right? So canvassing is basically doing things like going into different Facebook groups and soliciting your services there, only if it's allowed, right? So you don't want to be one of those types of people that are soliciting services and it's not allowed. Or maybe you see a post that someone has written and you are actually writing really good content, answering that person's question. That is going to get you attention. They are going to see you as the expert, as the go-to person, say, hey, that person really knows what they're talking about. Maybe I should pay more attention. Maybe they will click on your page to go to your profile and see what you do. So that is the connection part. So we are actually going out and trying to make connections with other people, okay? Collaboration kind of falls in the same way as connection. We are still connecting with others, but collaboration is more like partnerships, right? So as an example, if I wanted to partner with another agency, I could offer them my chatbot services and say, hey, I would love to put a chatbot on your website. It will have my name on it for totally free, but anybody that you bring into my business and they say that they heard about you or heard about me from you, I will give you a certain cut, a certain percentage of how much they pay on a service, right? So that's collaboration. That's more of like a partnership. Also think about like podcasts. Maybe you are a guest on a podcast. Maybe you're a guest on someone's YouTube channel. That all falls under the collaboration window, okay? All right, next, I'm gonna move on to the middle of the funnel. And this is so important because this whole entire map, this whole entire lead generation map stems from me wasting so much time and money on courses, programs, coaching, ads, and only getting a small piece of the puzzle, right? I did not get the full piece of the puzzle. I did not get the full puzzle. So I was getting a small piece. Oh, you only need to be on YouTube, right? And we are not redistributing content anywhere else. Or you only need to do cold emails, and that's how you grow your business. Or you only need to do ads. That's how you grow your business. But they did not add in this whole funnel, looking at your top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. And it was only just one piece. And so over the years, I've had to put together everything, basically. So I've taken what I've learned from this program or this course or this video, added it together, right? And I finally have it. So this is what I have had in my head, and this is what I've been following for the last few months, and what I plan and intend to follow for the remainder of my business, right? So I'm still building things out, still making my processes, still refining things, but this is the way that I've been led to do this based upon my past experience, right? So not everybody has $10,000 to spend on ads and see that the ads don't work. Not everybody has the resources to actually have somebody else do lead generation for them. So I put this together and I felt like this would be something good to share with other people who are trying to figure out that organic piece, okay? So moving on to the middle funnel, right? So now we are talking about having lead magnets to capture people on every part of their customer journey. And what that basically means is maybe you sell high ticket coaching programs. So maybe your coaching program is $5,000 and that's the only thing you sell. that's great for those people who can afford a $5,000 coaching program. But what about the people who are still interested in your content, who still follow you, who still love you, but may not have that budget for $5,000 just yet? Okay? So not having things for them, you are leaving out a big segment of people. But if you had something for them, even though it's not $5,000, you could capture more people. And so what that is maybe a $97 product, maybe a $300 product, something that's more manageable for somebody at the stage of business that they're in at that point in time. In order to have these different products, and I talk about this in my video, the value ladder, a little bit, if you're not familiar with that. So a value ladder, ascending people up into a ladder from a lower ticket item to your higher ticket item. It somewhat falls into that, knowing that you will need to have not only products for those lower ticket items, right? But you're also going to need to have a lead magnet for those different items. And when I started in business, I've heard of lead magnets, but I was just like, oh, I need a lead magnet, one lead magnet. And I know that's not true. You need multiple lead magnets. And I want to just quickly give a shout out to Matthew Larson, because going through his content, I'm like, oh my gosh, this finally clicks. And this is what I've been trying to do all along. And people are saying, no, you need one specific thing. You need one specific thing. And it's not true at all. So basically, since the beginning of this year, with the few lead magnets that I do have, I have about 3 or 4 right now. I have grown my email list from approximately 300 subscribers to right now I have just under 1,400. And that has all been organically. At one point in time, I had a surge of people signing up for my lead magnets, and that all came from YouTube, Pinterest, and blogging, basically, on Medium, okay? So you do need more than one lead magnet, and you need a lead magnet for everybody on your value ladder and for each type of product you have, your lower ticket products up to your higher ticket products, okay? So these lead magnets can be pretty much anything. Anything could be a lead magnet. And I have a couple of examples over here. You can do ebooks. You guys, if you have been following me for a while, you know I've written a lot of books, so I love books. So ebooks are great. Checklists, templates. I have a few templates and checklists in my lead magnet file right now that are working really well. You can give trials or demos of your product, case studies, course, free course, of course, membership, video trainings. There are just so many different ways that you can actually make lead magnets that would attract people into your business, right? So how you get people to see your lead magnets is another thing. So you can create a billion lead magnets, but if no one's seen your lead magnets to download your lead magnets, they're not really doing their job, right? So you want to make sure that you are putting your lead magnets everywhere, okay? Meaning your website. So on the first page of your website or certain pages of your website, have a pop-up having people sign up to your lead magnet. You can also have a sidebar on your blog. So anytime anyone goes to your blog, regardless of what blog posts they're reading, if you have a static sidebar, that sidebar is going to have your lead magnet on it, and maybe potentially someone would sign up there. Another one is a social post call to action. So whatever social media platforms you're on, go ahead, make a post, say, hey, if you're interested in this, download my free lead magnet, XYZ here, right? Another thing is while you're actually writing your blog, you can actually put that in your blog. While you're talking about that specific subject, you can actually put in your blog, go ahead and download my lead magnet now. And then my absolute favorite here is YouTube. So you can say it within your video, or you can actually drop it down in your first comment and pin that comment under your video and say, hey, if you like this video, grab my lead magnet that I was talking about in the video and then put the link there. So if you notice on a lot of my videos, I will have that I've actually written the first comment and I pinned it, and it's usually a link to one of my lead magnets, okay? So this one here also has a star, and that's going to continue on because there's so many different things that you can do with automations to help create lead magnets. So you can easily write an ebook. I've got an automation for ebooks, got an automation that will help put together research on a specific business. So maybe you wanted to put together a specialized guide for a business that comes to your website. There's so many different ways that you can approach that. But whatever works for your business, just try to brainstorm some things that would work best for your business. And if you're stuck here, Google Gemini, ChatGPT, all of those large language models are really good. If you just put in a prompt and say, hey, I have this type of business, what would be the best type of lead magnet for this product or for this type of business? And like I said, you want to have more than one lead magnet, okay? So from these lead magnets, you always want to have a thank you page, okay? So a thank you page is they've downloaded the lead magnet. Hey, thank you for downloading my lead magnet. Here's the next step, okay? And the next step is going to be different for everybody. So the next step may be, hey, watch this free video. Or, hey, if you're interested, book a call. Or maybe the next step could be, hey, I have this lower ticket item. I have a $27 course that you may be interested in since you've downloaded this lead magnet, right? So there's so many different ways that we can keep people in and get them engaged and get them coming back for more, okay? So after they have downloaded your lead magnet, what happens to these people? They actually go on your email list, and I will say it's very important that once they go on their email list that you're actually emailing these people pretty regularly, right? So not just necessarily a newsletter, but emailing them whenever you have a new YouTube video out, emailing them whenever you have a new product, emailing them to keep them updated on any changes within your business. You just want to keep your subscribers active. You want to keep them engaged. You don't want to collect email addresses and not email anybody for 6 months or a year or whatever, because they're going to forget about you. You want to stay top of mind for whatever it is that your specialty is, whatever it is that your business is. You want to stay top of mind. And the way to do that is through emailing them, okay? So as you can see, this first one here is actually a newsletter. I have the Content Bite newsletter that goes out weekly. I talk about content, I talk about AI. So I am at least engaging my subscribers once a week, just simply with the newsletter. Other than that, like I said, I engage them whenever I have a new YouTube video out or new products, something, whatever it is. So they are at least getting engaged once a week with the newsletter. You can start a newsletter with what you have as far as your email service provider. I don't use anything special. I use ConvertKit, so I don't have a special newsletter service provider, but ConvertKit works just fine. You can use something like that. So what I was saying with this thank you page can actually invite people to your newsletter. They can invite people to watch this VSL, to join your free or paid community. You can also put affiliate links, on that thank you page. Another thing here is why I have this colored differently is that these affiliate links can be used pretty much everywhere. So this affiliate link, if you have affiliate links, depending on what type of lead magnet you have, you can put affiliate links within your lead magnets. As I said, you can put it on your thank you page. You can drop your affiliate links within your community when you're talking about them. So many different ways that you can actually use this affiliate link, okay? So moving on, I want to actually talk about products and services, okay? So the bottom of the funnel is getting people into that product or service that you actually have, and that can be a range of things. I learned the hard way with my business, Renursing EDU, that I had physical products, which were books, and when the pandemic hit, it made things very difficult because we had shipping delays and everything else, that I needed to add in more products.
like digital products, right? That's what I would say to any business owner that only has one product. Add in different products based upon your customer journey, based upon where these people are, right? So like you have a high ticket program, like I said, try to find something that you can make that's lower ticket for people who may not have that money to invest in your high ticket program just yet. Also, a digital product, you make this once, sell it, and you don't have much stuff that you need to update, right? So it's just kind of like set it and forget it. Recurring is something like a membership. So I know school's really big now. People are talking about school and their memberships and everything else. So that could be an example of a recurring product that you have. Your main offer, whatever this is, a service or product. So mine is lead generation and AI automations. Also coaching and consulting, and then a premium product. So I have a premium product as well. That's my fractional content marketing. And premium products are going to vary depending on what type of business you have. But this is, I would say more high ticket than your main offer, right? So it's a higher ticket item. It's a premium offer. Maybe you don't have as many takers for this, but you still have money coming in from your other offers. But when someone does come in for this premium offer here, it's awesome because it costs so much more, right? So with this being said, when you are nurturing people through your content, your YouTube videos, your emails, when you're nurturing people, it's natural if they actually are interested in your product or service, it's natural for them to move into something. So you want to make it easy for people. And this is why I'm saying you need to have more than one lead magnet, more than one product. And this is going to be better for your business overall anyways, right? The thing about it is I've got these three here marked a little bit differently because we're talking about your main offer, coaching or consulting, and premium products here. Typically with these three different types of products and services, people are screening people with an application and booking a call to talk to them, right? So book a call so we can have a discovery call about your business. And the thing about it is over the years, I have spent countless hours with people who weren't necessarily in my market, who weren't necessarily able to pay for my products and services at this level, right? And it took me a while to learn, but here we go as far as, having other things for people. Maybe these people aren't qualified. So maybe you have a booking form and you're asking people about their monthly budget or how much their monthly revenue is in their business to gauge to see if they can afford your $2,500 a month product or if they can afford your $5,000 coaching program, right? But what do you do when someone says their budget is less than $500, or maybe they are new to business and they don't have any revenue? Are you really seriously going to talk to them about your $3,000 program if they don't necessarily have the money or the revenue coming in? So I would say for these right here, you want to make sure they are qualified through that intake form. And if they're not qualified, suggest another lower price product in your product suite, or refer them to somebody that maybe somebody that you have met through collaboration or connection, referring them to somebody else so they can still get their needs met, okay? And I know to some people that may sound harsh, but I've learned as a single mom that my time is very limited. And so I can't take 30 minutes to an hour explaining everything about my business or, trying to talk to somebody about something and they're like, oh, I love what you have to say, but I don't have any money. That's happened to me so many different times. And so this is why I have actually implemented this and suggesting other products within my suite number one, to save my time, two, to save their time as well, and number three, still potentially helping these people in whatever way I can, instead of them getting on a call with me and it's just free information, but we can't actually implement anything, right? So from that intake form, you figure out they're qualified, unqualified, and you can set up an automation here. I should have put a star here. You can set up an automation that can actually say, hey, thank you for reaching out. It looks like your budget may not be where, our products and services are. I'm recommending these products and services that we have within our business that may be able to help you. So you can do that automation. I'm actually working on that automation now. So you guys stay tuned, and I'll go ahead and I'll put that up here on YouTube here pretty soon, so you guys can take a look at that. Okay, so after you actually have people that have booked a call, we want to have a thank you booking page. And I have a booking page on my website. So right after they book a call, it has a lot of information on it that basically tells people about me, about my business. It gives them social proof. So I put reviews on there, testimonials on there. I put a frequently asked question. So immediately after you book a call, this is where you're actually going. And the reason for this, and the reason it's not just a simple, hey, thanks for booking a call, looking forward to speaking to you, is because it warms people up even more, okay? So maybe somebody came in from a YouTube video, or maybe someone came in from a random social media post, but they don't really know me that well, right? But they decide to book a call, and they get on this thank you page, and then they see another video of me, and then they have information here. It's like, oh, okay, so maybe she's done X, Y, Z, right? So I have the social proof on there. Also have the frequently asked questions to kind of help people before the call. Like, what is going to happen on the call? What are your price ranges for your services? What happens if I decide to work with you? So frequently asked questions will help a lot to prepare people for that call. And I also find having this booking page in place helps people actually show up, right? It helps them show up. It keeps them accountable for actually showing up to the call, okay? Additionally, after this, so after they book that call, you also want to send them email and text message reminders if you can. So I use Moxie for my platform, and Moxie has it built in to where whenever someone books a call, I can automatically send out an email, hey, here's your information for your call, looking forward to speaking to you. And I can send it out in different intervals. So maybe 48 hours before the call, 24 hours before the call, an hour before the call. I can do that. I can also do the text message reminders as well. So this keeps people, number one, reminded that, hey, I've got a call, so they don't forget. And number two, it's just another touch point saying, hey, I probably shouldn't stand this person up. They're top of mind. They're not going to forget about you when you have these reminders in place, right? And the very last step here is, if you offer any of these services, is actually the sales call and getting on the call with someone to talk to them about your products and services, okay? So this, in a nutshell, was the organic lead generation funnel map. And what I wanted to say again was, this can be customized to any business. Organic leads work for any business. This may be better suited for business to business if you are going to be doing something like cold email, but it will work for any business. And like I said, I suggest every business have an organic lead generation strategy in place. So as for my tools that I specifically use, the tools that I use within my business, I have HeyReach, so that's for LinkedIn outreach. ColdSire, so this is an awesome tool that's going to help you automatically set up your cold email campaigns. So if anyone's run cold email campaigns, it's a pain to buy domains, buy emails, warm them up in the system, get all that stuff done. But ColdSire actually does all this at once, and it does it within like 10 minutes. When I found out about this, I was like, oh my gosh, my mind was completely blown, right? And then as far as cold email campaigns, Smart Lead IO, and website pop-ups and forms. Okay, so when you have someone go to your website to, let them know about your lead magnets, you need to have something. So like I said, a pop-up. So Popper is actually a software that helps you build pop-ups for your website. And ConvertKit, I spoke about that. That's for email marketing. MemberVault, so I am not a schoolgirl. I use MemberVault for my courses and for my memberships. So that's what I use instead of school, and I love the platform. I've been with it for a few years now. Moxie, as I mentioned about my email and text reminders, that's my CRM. So whenever someone books a call, it all goes into there. I can invoice, I can send emails, text messages, all of that. Make, if you're not familiar, make.com is where I set up my automations and my AI automations. So that is an alternative to something that you may have heard as Zapier. So I use make.com for that. ThriveCart is a sales cart. So for some of your products, you may want to just set up an actual sales cart and have that on a separate page. So I use ThriveCart. I go between ThriveCart and MemberVault between how I'm actually going to set up a sales page. And then lastly is Export Apollo AI or Export Apollo IO. And that is how I'm able to export thousands of leads from Apollo without spending a lot of money. You guys, that's a secret, right? So if you guys have any questions about anything that I talked about in this organic lead generation funnel, drop it down in the comments below. If you guys actually want a copy of this organic lead generation funnel map, I'm going to drop that down in my first comment as well. And in the meantime, if you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you on the next video.